Hello dear students, today we have to understand some basic concepts of geometry and after that we will start practice set 1.2. So the first concept is segment. Now what is a segment? See here you can see segment AB. Now what is segment? The union set of point A, point B and all points between AB is called segment AB. I repeat once again, union set of point A, point B and all points between AB is called segment AB. It is called segment AB. This is called segment AB. And segment AB is written as seg AB in short. Seg AB, or this can be also written as seg BA. Segment AB and segment BA are one and the same thing. Now point A and point B, these are called the endpoints. Point A and B are called the endpoints of the segment AB. These are the endpoints, point A and point B. Now the distance between point A and point B, distance between point A and point B is called the length of the segment. So distance AB equals to length AB. Distance between point A and B is called length of the segment AB. If length AB equals to 5 centimeter, this can be also written as AB equals to 5 centimeter. So length AB can be also written as AB in short. AB equals to 5 centimeter. This was about segment. Now we have to understand what is a ray. Suppose point A and point B are two distinct points. Then the union set of all points on segment AB and points P such that A dash B dash P means point B is between A and P. This union set is called ray AB. I repeat, A and B are distinct points, then the union set of all points on ray AB and points P. Points P means this point, this point, this point, this point, all such points, such that point B is between A and P. So all these points are included in ray AB. So this union set is called ray AB. Now here point A is called the end point. Point A is called the end point of ray. This is the end point of ray AB. Now the next concept is congruent segments. What are congruent segments? Two segments whose lengths are equal are called congruent segments. Here suppose length AB equals to 4 centimeter and length CD is also equals to 4 centimeter. It means length AB equals to length CD. As the lengths of two segments are equal, therefore these are congruent segments. Therefore we will write segment AB is congruent to segment CD. So the two segments whose lengths are equal are called congruent segments. Now the next topic is properties of congruent segments. The first property of congruent segments is reflexivity. As per this property, every segment is congruent to itself. So segment AB is congruent to segment AB itself, segment CD is congruent to segment CD itself. So this is the first property. Second property is symmetry. As per this property, symmetry, If segment AB is congruent to segment CD, then segment CD is congruent to segment AB. So this is called property of symmetry. One segment is congruent to second segment, then second segment is congruent to first segment. This is symmetry. And the third property is transitivity. What is transitivity? If one segment is congruent to second segment and second segment is congruent to third segment, then first segment is also congruent to third segment. Example, if segment PQ is congruent to segment RS and segment RS is congruent to segment TY. Segment PQ is congruent to segment RS is congruent to segment TY, then segment PQ and segment TY are also congruent. Segment PQ is congruent to segment TY. This is the property of transitivity. So these are the properties of congruent segments. Now the next concept is midpoint of a segment. If points A, M, B are such that point M is between points A and B, like this, point M is between points A and B, and segment AM is congruent to segment MB, segment AM is congruent to segment MB, then we say that point M is the midpoint of segment AB. Point M is the midpoint. Point M is called the midpoint of segment AB. So we can also write that length AM equals to length MB equals to half of length AB, half into length AB. Suppose this whole segment is of 10 centimeter, then AM will be 5 centimeter and length MB will also be 5 centimeter. M is the midpoint. Now remember that every segment has one and only one midpoint. This is about midpoint of a segment. Now perpendicularity of segments or rays. If the lines containing two segments, example, suppose this is segment AB and this is segment CD. So the lines containing them, see, this is line containing segment AB and this is the line containing segment CD. So if the lines containing two segments, two rays or a ray and a segment are perpendicular to each other, if lines are perpendicular to each other, then those two segments or two rays or a ray and segment are perpendicular to each other. Example, here the lines containing segment AB and segment CD are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, segment CD is perpendicular to segment AB. In this figure, segment CD is perpendicular. This is the sign of perpendicularity. Segment CD is perpendicular to segment AB. Here also segment ZY is perpendicular to segment XY. Segment ZY is perpendicular to segment XY, or you can also say segment XY is perpendicular to segment ZY. And in this figure, segment CD is perpendicular to segment AB, or you can say segment CD is perpendicular to ray AB, or you can also say segment CD is perpendicular to ray BA. In this way, if the lines containing segments or rays are perpendicular to each other, then those segments or rays or a segment and a ray are perpendicular to each other. Now the next point is distance of a point from a line. Distance of a point from a line. If segment CD is perpendicular to line AB, if segment CD is perpendicular to line AB and point D lies on line AB, then the length of segment CD is called the distance of point C from line AB. Suppose here length CD equals to 4 centimeter, then the distance of point C from line AB is 4 centimeter. I repeat, if segment CD is perpendicular to line AB and point D lies on line AB, then the length of segment CD is called the distance of point C from line AB. In any case of distance, there must be perpendicularity.